not take no for an answer. She could always be counted on for advice, and what she told you was almost always right. She knew what she wanted, and nothing could stand in her way. She loved deeply and had an amazing, huge heart. She lived her life for children. She loved them, took care of them, and made sure that they were warm. She was always the first person to start a water fight or a tickle war, which I never would. One of my favorite memories was when I called her to warn her that her great-granddaughter had dyed her hair for her birthday. I told her that it was really funky, and I was really just warning her. And Grandma showed up to that party with pink hair. Not many grandparents would do that. My grandma has had green hair, pink hair, and lastly blue hair. Grandma was all about family. Family was the most important thing to her. If you had nowhere to go, she had an open door, a couch, and a warm meal available, as many of us know. Everything she cooked was made with love and tasted so yummy. She made chicken burgers taste better than anyone else out there can. She was a foster parent for approximately 22 years, and she always had a place in her heart for each child that was in her care. The children she had more long-term became family. She fought for the rights of each one, and she loved to watch figure skating and football. I remember many times curling up on the couch with her to watch these shows. I remember going to football games when I was little, and I never realized she was actually watching. I always thought that she was playing with the guys, running down the field, scoring touchdowns, huddling up, and tackling these huge guys. In my mind, she was too tough not to. She won every game. When she used to brush my hair, she used to get me to do hers first. She would let me put so many braids in her hair that she had no hair left. It was all covered. And she used to ask me if we could trade hair, shave our heads, and glue the others on. I used to think that she was so silly to ask that, and now I would give anything to be able to. She has taught me so much: how to get crayon off the walls, as well as how not to put it there to begin with. How to make something out of nothing, how to enjoy life, how to forgive, how to love, and how to be strong. I wouldn't have been able to get through my childhood without her, and I know I can go on because she wouldn't have it any other way. We are all better people just from knowing her, and Carol was more than my grandma. She was one of my best friends. I will forever miss you, Grandma. I love you so much. See you later, alligator.
Not long, but simple, I think. Aunt Carol was a great woman. She was a parent to everybody, or a friend to some. To her kids, her foster kids, her nephews, and nieces, grandchildren, her great-nephew, and so forth. She always gave good tidbits of advice when you needed, and you couldn't really ask for someone more wiser. When it came to cooking directions or anything else, she usually had the solution or advice. She always put other people first before herself. For years upon years, she was involved in charity that turned the hobby knitting and crocheting into something that could help the unfortunate, such as underprivileged kids and etc. The charity did end up the charity did stop becoming official, but due to low funding, but she continued to run a portion of it through her house. She also hosts big Christmas and Thanksgiving dinners at her house every year. And to boot, for the past weeks before her passing, she would really try to make sure I have everything ready for my spring break trip. Passport, money, and I'm so thankful for that. Overall, I guess we can all agree that she's one amazing woman. Selfless, caring, sweet, and fun, and hardworking are just some of the many words to describe her. Let me just give me a minute here. No. Months ago, she told me, when I figured out she had cancer, she told me not to spend all her time mourning, but rather celebrate the good life she lived and what she has done. And in my opinion, that was some of the most helpful advice she has ever given. And with that being said, I'd like to leave you all with those words as I conclude my speech. Thank you.
I'm so thankful for the opportunity to express very special Auntie Carol is to me. She was everything. She was strength, love, safety, and the biggest word of all, she was family. She taught my children and I, sorry, assuming I shouldn't have gone after my son, that made it so much worse. Sorry. She taught my children and I so many skills, like my oldest son Ryan how to make pancakes from scratch, and my youngest daughter Lily how to prepare the holiday ham. But she also taught us that when life knocks you down, you do whatever you have to do to get back up on your feet. And there are no words to describe my gratitude for the millions and millions of times that she did this for me. I was very fortunate to spend a long time with my Auntie Carol. And in the last few months, I hope I was able to do the same for her, even if it was just a little bit. She had such a major role in my family's life that my promise to her is to keep getting back up and to make sure my children do the same. To her children, I thank you all so much for sharing your precious time with her.